I'm destroying Lego planes in massive, explosive, and dangerous ways that have never been done before. And just like the 10,000 parts videos, these planes get immensely bigger after each crash, making them increasingly crazy satisfying. And yes, I can still make breathtaking, dangerous crashes with a stupidly tiny plane from this massive cliff drop. Yeah, we're starting off with the most dangerous location. We've crashed the Boeing 7, the Airbus A3, and now welcome the world-famous McDonnell Douglas DC-10. The DC-1. But I'm not limiting myself with parts this time, so I've perfected the nose and engines. But how about we make this crash as brutal as possible? Let's absolutely stuff it with people. Oh, this is diabolical. Please, I better not slip off, because now it's time for our first dangerous way to destroy a Lego plane, the cliff drop. Bye-bye, cursed plane. On becoming airborne, the DC-1 rolls violently to the left, then stabilizes just before meeting the boulders below. Explosive! This might look like an exhausting cleanup, but this is truly nothing compared to the carnage that the next crashes will create. But how about a more real-life crash that's a risk to everyone? A car crash. It's really important to stay safe on the road, and someone should have told that to this next plane, which is one that has never been built in Lego before. Do you know your plane alphabet? A for Airbus, B for Boeing, and C for Comac? We're building the icon of the aerospace company Comac, which is based in China. Some people say this is the ultimate rival to both Airbus and Boeing's most high-tech planes. Introducing the Comac C919, a narrow-body plane that kind of looks like the child of an A320 and a 787. But can it survive our second dangerous way to destroy a Lego plane? The car accident. Of course, we don't want to destroy our car too, so let's hang this wooden board and hope that the plane will collide with that instead of the car, so... accelerate! No way, it actually worked! Really surprised that neither me nor the car got injured, but as for the plane, it's worse than ever. The car wheels went over some parts and yikes, that's not normal. Well, you've tragically got to get used to seeing decimated Lego parts, or these next destructions are going to be horrifying. Yeah, you've seen the teasers, I'm using explosives. And you do not know how much destruction this will cause. And neither did I. Bro, what if every part is burnt to ashes? That's why I bought the most crappy condition Lego planes on the British market, because nobody likes wasting good condition Lego. We've got this blue 60104, orange 60262, and a cracked vintage 7893. And here are the fireworks. I love how Lidl sells these for bonfire night. Now, just before we send them into orbit, watch me give this one clapped plane a makeover. This one's special to me because it's my channel icon plane, and before we do the opposite of plunging it into the sea, I'm probably crazy to say this, but grab your boarding pass for the flight to 1 million subscribers. Well, I wish, but if everyone watching this right now would simply subscribe, my impossible wish could come true almost instantly. But if you don't subscribe, my lifelong dream will explode like this. Oh, a fire! Put it out! Look at it melting! Wow, that's beyond repair. But can we get a total hull loss? Destruction to the point that there is no room for survivors. Let's pack a surprise in the cargo hold. Let's go! That's a lot of smoke. No, but let's take this to the limit. Let's load this ultimate one with a bunch of fireworks and light it. And I'll just add that all of us here organise this quite properly in terms of safety, so please don't be trying this yourself. Stay safe with fireworks. That was so spectacular, but this is no complete destruction, which I will finally achieve in this next crash, one of my most satisfyingly destructive crashes. What? Well, two-way collisions and three-way collisions are pretty cool. So can you even imagine how chaotic a five-way mega collision would be? Wait, what's getting built behind us? Oh, our beloved 7893 set. First released by Lego in 2006. So you'd imagine they're pretty rare? Well, here's 5 of them. And come on, we've all got to agree this is the best plane set Lego has made. But as you can see, they're all identical, which is really boring. But not anymore. Ryanair. Yeah, I'm redesigning them all with low-cost airline liveries from all around the world. Which one flies in your country? We've got the infamous Spirit Airlines from the USA, AirAsia with lovely legroom, Wizz Air from Europe, and now going right to the opposite side of the world, we've got Jetstar from Australia. A 5-strong monster fleet of the beefiest low-cost airlines ready to be decimated in the mega collision. But first, make sure to pay your oxygen mask fee because you'll need it on board Spirit Airlines Flight 420, which on the 5th of January 2026 departed Miami International Airport. Well, the closest looking place to Miami I could find is the centre of Manchester. Yet because of their terrible bankruptcy situation, Spirit couldn't afford a proper construction of their plane. So suddenly, the fatigued metal broke, leading to a chain of structural failures which decompressed the uncontrollable plane. It failed to dodge the dense Miami traffic, somehow leading to a 5-way collision. Don't ask me how. Well, I'm gonna drop all of them on top of each other off this bridge. How much did your airline survive? Looks like from being at the bottom, Spirit got absolutely flattened, and our survivors trapped within this ocean of destruction sit in the central part of the Jetstar 7893. You know what, 7893? Screw this fictional plane, let's build a hyper-realistic plane. Well, at least as accurate as I can make Boeing's most majestic creation. Can you guess it? We're gonna convert it into the private jet owned by arguably the most famous and influential person in the world today. No part of this sleek plane is more iconic than the nose shape, which led to hours of designing because I have to perfect that appealing centered cockpit window look. Oh, this is starting to look very pencil. Yes, exactly what we want. So what other plane, besides the A340, could that be? The Ferrari of the skies, the Boeing 757. A favourite to many avgeeks that's becoming more and more rare to find. Is it insane to have this colossal passenger plane as a private jet? Whoa, yes, I took to the challenge and made a black livery for the first time ever. But which world leader's jet is this? Here I just used paper, but for the other parts, shiny black bricks to make this cool executive kind of look. A titan belonging to the powerful man Donald Trump. Because he's now back as American president, he'll be using Air Force One. So he let me borrow his 757, an icon known by many as Trump Force One. This is such an epic build to me that I think I'll have a nightmare destroying it from the highest drop I've ever crashed a plane from. It's a mighty statement of wealth, so let's fit an opulent array of luxury furniture, including a master bedroom with a giant TV, and another in this posh meeting room adjacent to the enormous kitchen area with a humble microwave, warm up all these McDonald's takeaways for the Trump family and the Secret Service, all beside a spacious bathroom. Don't forget the ostentatious amount of real gold features, my most ever packed interior, which will make the crash ever more explosive. So say goodbye to your plane as it takes off from Nuuk in Greenland and soars over the isolated tundras of northern Canada. The 757 glistens in the sunlight. While I mention that, I just chose this plane because I think it's really cool looking. This is no political message, it's all for fun, and I support all Americans. Now's time for Trump Force One to fall the tremendous height of this vast viaduct in our deadly drop way to destroy a Lego plane. Here we go. Whoa, that was so violent that this base part snapped in half. Mr. Trump is not happy. Well, more of that might happen as the planes now are going to get seriously big, making seriously big crashes, especially in extreme weather, as we're now making my personal favourite Boeing, their most advanced colossal wide-body plane with, once again, a nose shape that I had to master. There's no environment more extreme than Antarctica, which is why this is the Boeing 787-9 Everglades from Norse Atlantic Airlines, because this is the plane that has achieved the impossible. The 787 touched down on the icy surface of Antarctica, marking the first dreamliner on the continent, a milestone for both Boeing and Norse. The magnificent 787 takes off on its way back to Cape Town in South Africa over the desolate Southern Ocean. But before it reaches the end of the ice sheets, a tragedy strikes. The 787 wings don't have the best reputation. Ice and snow begins accumulating on the expansive surface of the wings, distorting the aerodynamics of the jet, which paralyzes its ability to gain lift. The 787 begins stalling, giving a zero-G weightless experience to all the bus crew as they watch the Antarctic glaciers come closer and closer. The snow really accentuates the satisfying destruction, but nowhere near as much as if we were to crash an even bigger passenger plane. In fact, the largest passenger plane of all time. At an airport. In front of the real plane itself. We're going out with a bang, as I've already designed the A380 in the past, but this is tiny scale for today's standards, and we want to make the first ever brick-built A380 nose for a 10 stud wide A380. Yes, we will fatten it just like the MD-12. Wow, what do you think? I think it's perfect, and this is obviously no simple plane. I've installed working flaps, and I'm leaving room for a vast 2-story interior, which I imagine will make this plane torture to hold, because as you can see, it's going through an incredible amount of bricks, so that weight is going to be adding up fast. Here's a chair, and here's 100 chairs to deck out the luxury interior that A380s have. Well, I'll be going for more high capacity, so instead of a first class, we've got another load of economy seats on the upper deck for maximal mayhem. I didn't count, but I'm pretty sure this thing's going to have about as many parts as my Antonov AN225. It's finally done. This is such a fat beast, and tell me in the comments if you think this looks realistic, because at the moment nothing looks realistic without a livery. So let's go with something iconic. The most famous operator of the Airbus A380. Get out! I meant to say the most famous operator of the Airbus A380. Yes, the classic Emirates livery, which will meet its end in our final dangerous way to destroy a Lego plane, the airport crash. Manchester Airport, the biggest UK airport outside of London, usually gets 3 of these departing every day, so let's go to crash it in front of one. After a very cramped ride, let's take the A380 on tour, visiting this Trident 3 just chilling, and this DC-10. None of this traffic knows that Manchester Airport's biggest crash is about to occur. Oh, what's in this hangar? A Concorde! It felt like everyone was watching me carrying this beast, which is now on final approach to its end. We hoped that the real A380 would look the same, but oh, it just happened to be this super colourful livery. That's pretty unlucky. Well, there it is, pushing back as our Lego version soars between all sorts of real planes. It's time. The A380 begins accelerating. I get ready to time this perfectly as it roars down the runway. The ground vibrates as I try to focus on throwing the plane right now. I almost feel speechless after that, but I can say this has been a tiring yet exhilarating journey, and you're the best for watching to the end. Thanks!